Over the last few months, I've been diving deep into Claude AI and building skills that I've been sharing with you. But along the way, I've realized something. I started getting dozens of messages from builders telling me that they were getting stuck. So I jumped on Zoom with a bunch of them to see where they were getting hung up. And then it clicked. What I thought was plug and play wasn't. I realized I was jumping too far ahead without actually showing you how to use the AI tool properly to get the right result. So in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to share 5 quick tips that you can use to get better productivity out of AI tools and stop burning all of your credits. Hey, I'm Brian. I was a professional custom home builder and large-scale remodeler for over 21 years, long before AI existed. Now I'm focused on helping builders get more done, better, and in less time. All right, let's start with the simplest one. Whether you're using ChatGPT or Claude, sign up for a free account and stay logged in. I know this sounds obvious, but I've seen tons of builders miss this step. My wife doesn't even do this with ChatGPT, and the result is like having a daily conversation with someone with amnesia. Every time you open it, it's a stranger again. No context, no memory of what you just worked on. And that's the whole game with this, context. So if you're coming back to ChatGPT or Claude, don't start a new conversation if you're picking up a conversation you already started. Go back into that same thread. If it's part of the same conversation, keep it there. If you're starting a new topic, start a new chat. Because the longer you stay in one chat about the same topic, the more it starts to respond like a teammate who knows what you're talking about, and not a stranger guessing. The second tip is the one that actually changes everything. You need to slow it down. You see, AI is built to sprint to an answer. That's literally what it's trying to do every time you hit enter. But the problem is, half the time it's sprinting in the wrong direction. So instead of asking it to do everything at once, we need to break it into a series of steps. Get alignment at each step, then move on. Think about it like training a dog. You don't start by getting the dog to jump through the hula hoop at full sprint. You start by getting the dog to walk through the hula hoop while it's on the ground. Then you slowly raise it. You get the dog running, and before you know it, Fido is full send through the hula hoop and smiling for the photographer. Same thing here. If you try to get Claude to build an estimate in one shot, it's definitely going to miss things. But if you guide it step by step, like writing the scope first, then confirming it, then quantities, confirming that, now you're getting something usable. That's the shift. You're not asking it for answers, you're directing the process. And once you do that, everything else I'm about to show you will start to click. The third tip is to control the output. Most people tell an AI tool like ChatGPT what they want and just let it respond however it wants. And that is exactly where things go sideways. You get pages of text, stuff that you didn't ask for. And if you're using skills or heavier tasks in Claude, that's where you start burning through your usage fast. One of the simplest ways to fix this is to tell the tool exactly how you want it to respond. Here's an example of what I tell ChatGPT to use when I write scripts. Because ChatGPT loves being chatty and veering off course, I force it to write using short sentences, only show me one idea at a time, and always stay focused on the packaging promise of the video. And when you do that, you'll get better outputs because you're setting boundaries around the response. And the difference is massive. Instead of reading 5 pages, you're now reading a few lines. Make a quick correction and move forward. The fourth tip is to direct it like a teammate. Don't settle for the first answer or even the third, because you wouldn't do that with someone on your team. Because you'd go back and forth, refine the idea, and pressure test it. Same thing here. Use it as a second set of eyes, something to challenge your thinking and sharpen the results. Because this isn't just about getting an answer. It's about working through the problem and landing on a better result that you would have if you just did it on your own. The fifth tip is to talk to it, and this one is dead simple. Now, most builders will sit there and type. Slow, careful, like they're writing an email. The problem is, you probably type at around 50 words a minute, but you can talk closer to 200. So every time you type, you're just slowing yourself down. The answer is to use voice dictation. Just talk to it like you would one of your colleagues. You'll get more context in less time and more aligned to how you actually think. My wife thinks I've actually lost my mind because all I do is walk around my house and outside talking to my phone. But the output is better and it's way faster. And once you start doing this, you'll notice the time savings and everything that we've talked about will become easier to actually implement. So here's the takeaway. AI isn't broken when it doesn't give you the output that you want. It just needs direction. Stay in the same thread so it has context, slow it down and work step by step, control how it responds, and treat it like a teammate you can refine with. Then use your voice to speed the whole thing up. And once those become habits, everything starts to click. And the skills that I've been sharing with you will actually start working the way that they're supposed to. If you found today's video helpful, please go ahead and subscribe. It's the best way you can support our channel. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.